Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future, for which I have really worked, is mine. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. But instinct is something which transcends knowledge. We have, undoubtedly, certain finer fibers that enable us to perceive truths when logical deduction, or any other willful effort of the brain, is futile. The individual is ephemeral, races and nations come and pass away, but man remains. Most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing on within themselves. Marconi is a good fellow. Let him continue. He is using 17 of my patents. Inventors don't have time for married life. So astounding are the facts in this connection, that it would seem as though the Creator, himself had electrically designed this planet. Peace can only come as a natural consequence of universal enlightenment and merging of races, and we are still far from this blissful realization. Great moments are born great opportunity. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. As I review the events of my past life, I realize how subtle are the influences that shape our destinies. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. It is the most important product of his creative brain. Of all things, I like books best. We are all one, only egos, beliefs, and fears separate us. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. When natural inclination develops into a passionate desire, one advances towards his goal in 7-league boots. One has to be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. A new idea must not be judged by its immediate results. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. One's salvation could only be brought about through his own efforts. Genius is its own passport, and has always been ready to change habitats until the natural one is found. Originality thrives in seclusion, free of outside influences beating upon us to cripple the creative mind. Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Science is but a perversion of itself unless it has as its ultimate goal the betterment of humanity. Efficient observation is merely a form of ignorance and responsible for the many morbid notions and foolish ideas prevailing. To know each other, we must reach beyond the sphere of our sense perceptions. My belief is firm in a law of compensation. The true rewards are ever in proportion to the labor and sacrifices made. The hard work of the future will be pushing buttons. These are only new devices for putting the weak at the mercy of the strong. Instinct is something which transcends knowledge. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. Of all things, I like books the best. I was merely an automaton endowed with power of movement, responding to the stimuli of the sense organs and thinking and acting accordingly. Merciless is the law of nature, and rapidly and irresistibly we are drawn to our doom. Soon became convinced I was right and undertook the task with all the fire and boundless confidence of youth. We should effect a radical reform in the character of the food. Most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing on within themselves. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. Of all things, I like books best. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Be alone, that is when ideas are born. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really work, is mine. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future, for which I have really worked, is mine. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. We crave for new sensations but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today common occurrences. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6 and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. It's not the love you make, it's the love you give. All repeated acts or operations I performed had to be divisible by 3, and if I missed I felt impelled to do it all over again, even if it took hours. All these observations fascinate us, and fill us with an intense desire to know more about the nature of these phenomena. Now the soft-voiced gentle woman of my reverent worship has all but vanished. All of these years of my service towards mankind did not bring me nothing but assaults and humiliations. All those years spent in science were in vain. Please, Mother, pray for me over there if you can. Sing the Moorish lament for the lost soul of your poor ignorant son. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. One of the most gratifying results of intellectual evolution is the continuous opening up of new and greater prospects. Universal peace is a beautiful dream, but not at once realizable.